Well, it's in the news today that the EV market has actually taken 25% share of all EVs sold in the UK. So, of course, this is from one of the apps that I use. I use certain apps for my news, but I also use the mainstream apps for what the government want you to hear, basically, as far as I'm concerned. Because when it comes to following news, there's certain news they don't put on there. So I don't really trust certain facts, shall we say, you know. But according to Sly News, who I won't name them, but it's kind of close to that. This is where I read this article today, because I was actually reading about Keir Starmer and what his new methods were going to be, and he's now done 6 milestones, and none of them have to do with migration, none of them are to do with sending money abroad when we can't even pay our own pensioners money. You know, the important things, the high rising costs of the cost of living, insulting to the farmers, you know, what they're doing with them. None of that. And to be honest with you, they're not even worth looking at. But let's not diverse for that, because what I want to actually talk about is this one, which is electric vehicles make up 1 in 4 new cars sold as industry demand sales help. If you want the Sly News, you can actually read this yourself. But it starts off saying battery electric vehicles. Then in brackets it's got BEVSs. So it's BEVs now. So it's no longer an EV, it's a BEV. Why change it? You know, it's just really stupid. But they have accounted for 25% of new car registrations in November, an almost 60% increase year on year. And it's well above the government target that manufacturers have called on ministers to relax. Well, going back to a certain TV programme that I used to watch, I was with a group of the people from Stilgame. I can't mind the name of it, but I will come to it. But it was when the woman with the big nose used to go, "I smell shite." Yes, and I definitely smell shite on this. That is a guarantee. So it really beggars beyond belief, because from what I'm seeing and what I'm reading in the car industry these days, I mean, with the Vauxhall plant, they're just announcing that they're way to close down. I mean, so that can't be good for the economy, because for the 1,000+ jobs probably that they're going to lose there, these people aren't going to be able to afford 100,000. Oh, not 100, sorry, because I nearly quoted Jaguar there. You know, £100,000 for a car. That's going to be their cheapest thing. I can't see. I really can't see many of them helping the figure. I mean, did you see the release with the pink one and the blue one? Sorry, even if I did have £100,000, I certainly wouldn't buy one of these fucking things. But hey, I'll guarantee you somebody will go and buy one, because they want to be riding around in it, because it's something new, and it's, you know, it's the topic of the EV world sort of thing. Oh no, the BEV world is what I'm calling it. But And it made me go and do something which I didn't normally do, but I'll do it live actually while I'm doing it on this one, right? And I'm going to Google this, right? Now, I'm sorry that the camera's moving around, but it's falling my head because I'm moving my head. But we'll get back to normal in a second. I'm just trying to show you this. So I'll put the microphone on. What is the latest EV figures for November 2024? Now, as you can imagine, you've actually, when you're going through Google, it's a fucking celebration of adverts and everything before you actually get to the actual, well, there you go. It's fucking come up with Pokemon. EV, so, right, okay. So, it obviously doesn't understand Scottish. So, I'll take out that E as well. Right, and there's your artificial intelligence at the fucking windy when it comes to Scotland. Have you seen the joke with the two Scottish blokes and the voice-activated lift? Go and look that up. That one is hilarious. But anyway, I diverse. So there you go. What is the SMMT? Right, we'll see what they've got to say. So they're saying that now they're showing me a 2023-2024, okay? So they're saying that diesel for 2024 is down 10.1%, petrol is down 17.7%, BEV has got a change of 58%. Now, these figures quoted there are basically just that's for car registrations for November 24 and year to date, okay? So, the figures I've quoted are just for November 2024, that was last month, okay? But year to date, so from January right up to November, which I think is what the government is stating that they've got a 25% share in, these people are telling a different story. So, the diesel has got a 12.6% drop, but they still sold 116,044 vehicles year to date. Petrol has got a 3.2% drop, which is, get your pencil out for this actually, year to date they have sold 959,673 vehicles. Oh. BEV, battery electric vehicles, can we not just call them EVs? I think we'll, right, so EVs year to date have sold 338,314 vehicles, which is an increase of 79.9%. Now, that's actually quite a good figure, right? Let's not take away from the fact that EV is not for everybody, and the figures are showing you that. The stats are showing you that, right? But to still keep pushing EV on, oh, sorry, that was me. To still keep pushing EV when it's not the way forward. They know now it's not the way forward. The statistics that are, well, the statistics that are basically there, right? I'll finish the figures as well, so because before I get to my next bit. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, they've sold 154,462. Now that's the vehicle where it's not fully electric. That is an engine where you plug in that's got a wee battery in it, and it can run so far. So if you've got wee journeys to do, my son, for instance, has a PHE vehicle, and the charge on his battery can get him to work and back, so he's not having to use fossil fuel. So basically, it's like an EV, but he's got the safeguard that if the battery goes Pete Tong, or if he has a long journey, then he's still doing his bit for the planet, but he can still go and drive from here to London and do it in 8 hours. Try doing that with an EV. And then, of course, the last one is GV, which is hybrid electric vehicle, which I think is the one that's got the built-in battery, and the battery helps to run the engine. So the two of them kind of run combined. And the engine, I think, mostly in them are just 3 cylinders. Whatever they are anyway, they sold more than the PHEVs, which was 243,499, which was a 9.6% increase on last year's figures, year to date, up to November 2024. So this is where it gets a wee bit where I think the figures are wrong. So the total value of the figures is 1 million, oh bollocks, my screen keeps cutting off, 1,811,922. Okay, so 1.8 million vehicles, right? You would say that then you would need 25% of that would be what? 500,000 vehicles, just under half, 400,000. But they're only showing 338,000, so it's not 25%. No, when you see what the figures are here, and it could be 25% actually of diesel and petrol vehicles, but no place near what the government is trying to do. It's also, I don't think it's going to be near what the government are trying to achieve by 2030. And also, if you do keep tabs in the news as well, you'll see now that a lot of people are now fucking pumping out, they're getting away from hydrogen. So what we really thought was the fuel cell of the future was hydrogen, they're now moving away from that as well. So I think it's safe to say that the 2030 figures will be thrown out the window. It's safe to say that they'll make this change again, because bearing in mind they've already backtracked by making it to 2030. So they're going to backtrack again, because 2030 will never ever be achieved. The only thing that will be achieved from this, I think, would be that the whole car market empire will collapse. Because if this government thinks that fining car companies is the way forward, just the same way with what they're doing with the farmers here, and well, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Now, I personally own an EV. I've got a Jaguar I-Pace. But irony in that, considering I didn't like the new Jaguar advert, but when I bought the I-Pace, it was a cracking car, you know, and it still is a cracking car, and it suits me for my retired needs, because, well, there you go, I've not even used the car this week yet, but when I go onto my app, my car's now went to sleep to conserve the battery, because it's not moved, which means the battery's going to last even longer, you know. Fortunately as well, my car's not went on fire, so, I know what I mean. People jump on this bandwagon that electric cars, oh, they're all going on fire, it's no safe. It's really just a load of bollocks. because you've got just as big a time bomb in a car that's got petrol in it. That can just, you end up with the same result. Maybe no, because I would say that the EV battery exploding is maybe a bit unsafer. Maybe contradicted myself there. So, I mean, actually, there's places, God, I can't remember where I was reading. There is places worldwide now, I think it was China, who all places are the biggest importer of electric vehicles. They've actually started banning parking in enclosed car parks now. Because if an EV goes off, it just fucking melts everything within its sight. Everything else just catches fire. So you can understand. But if you look at the statistics on how many vehicles go on fire, again, petrol and diesel are not the worst. And so it's all about pollutants when you look at it. Now, although the pollutants aren't good for the Earth's atmosphere, then surely neither is. There's a contraflow just about a mile from my house here, right? I got stuck in it yesterday. And we got stuck in the contraflow for a bridge repair, which the accident happened nearly 2 years ago. This contraflow is causing unbelievable traffic jams. So, could you imagine the atmosphere out there? We had these cars stuck in a contraflow, hardly moving, and fumes are just building up and building up and building up. What's the urgency to stop these kind of contraflows? So it's... And here's another one for the brain before I close up. I've tipped on this before, but nobody's really actually gives an insight or a feedback on it. Right. If you took this, look at a globe, okay? Take the world as the whole, okay? And you look at the United Kingdom, the wee dot, right? And just say come 2030, that whole United Kingdom goes green. What will it achieve to the pollution in the earth? Basically, fuck all. Because when you see the pollutants that are going on in India and in China and in Pakistan and in Russia and even in America, all these pollutants, right? We're not even the cap on a milk bottle to stop that. Yet the UK seems to be, we're going to be the greenest country, we're going to help the earth. I smell shite. So, I don't think these figures are true. Do you think these figures are true? I know that it's going to be an interesting one to watch. I'm still on the fence as well. I'm an EV owner. But with the changes in the tax, I'm actually going to be paying more for road tax come April for my electric vehicle that gives out no pollution at all. And I'll be paying more tax on certain petrol vehicles out there. Is it worth me staying with electric? I'm on the fence. And the only reason I'm on the fence is, if I sell that, I'm going to load a shitload of money. And the car's only got 10,000 miles on it. So, there's something for you to think about. I hope you've enjoyed this. Has been a good bit of a rant as far as I'm concerned to get something off my chest. But it's maybe opened your eyes as well. I don't think EV is the way forward. I actually did think hydrogen was until I looked into it, and it's all about holding it. But one thing is for certain, the right way forward, even, right at this moment, is a petrol or a diesel car. Nobody can beat them. Nobody can challenge them. What else is out there is a different kettle of story, but we're not getting told about that, are we? So, thanks for watching. Smash that thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe button as well. To the next one, I'll say there. Oh fuck, it didn't stop.